Hello boys and girls, Elias here with a new review for you. Tonight I have this Cooler Masters Silencio 550 mid-tower case. I'm building a new silent server and I didn't want to spend a lot of time building it, so I purchased this case because it has some dampening, some isolation material inside, so it's going to be convenient to just drop the stuff in it and it will be fine to go. It's a small case, all black, it's very discreet. I didn't want anything shiny with a lot of lights and so on, just a plain case, practical, which this one is quite practical and quite affordable as well. So this is how the box looks like. Here we have some information regarding the case itself, but we're going to see it in more details when I'm going to show you the case. So let's remove the box and check the case itself. It comes as usual with this foam. It's not very hard, nothing special. It has acrylic front door, first part. It's magnetic acrylic front door, which is also has this material for increased silence. It has no windows, as you can see. It's just pure black. Let's open up the door and see what we have at the front. We have three 5.25 inch bays. One of them is exposed and converted to 3.5 inch. Then we have a mesh grill, which is filtered, which is nice to see. Corsair, for example, does not include any filters in most of their cases, so you either have to clean your case every couple of weeks, months, or you buy a third-party filter and you install it. As we can see, we have one 120mm fan pre-installed, which I'm going to remove and install two silent 120mm fans. Then here you can install a card reader or you can install a hard drive. It's also a hot swap, so you can drop a hard drive in there if you want to do backups, and as I'm going to do. The door is conveniently magnetic, so it seals quite nicely. It just closes. Here we have Cooler Masters logo. Inside the box we also have Silencio, this manual, which provides all the information about the case. So let's talk about the size of this case. So it's around 45 centimeters tall, 50 centimeters long. So it's around half a meter long, and it's around 21 centimeters wide. It weighs around 9 kilos, so it's not the lightest case. Now that I can check it, it's around 7-8 kilos, not going to be more. When fitted with all the components, it's going to be a bit more, of course. So here, let's unscrew the side panel. Here we have two thumb screws, which you undo like so to remove the side panel. Usually the side panels are never interesting unless you have a window cutout. Now we have a special material which is there to absorb the sound and keep your case quiet. In my case, I'm going to use water cooling to cool my CPU and silent fans to draw fresh air from the front and move it exhausted at the back. But in this kind of cases, you always need to make sure that you have appropriate cooling. Otherwise, this is going to turn your case into an oven because it's not going to breathe, and it's going to keep the temperature as well. So make sure that your case is ventilated properly. Now we have a small box with different tools. Let's check it first. So you have some motherboard standoffs, which are not pre-installed, so you have to install them yourself. Some screws for the motherboards, some zip ties, a speaker, and some rubberized standoffs for your other devices that you might drop in, for example your maybe reservoir. Then you have clips for your hard drives, so you install the hard drives in the cages, which this case has 7 plus 1 converted from the 5.25-inch bay hot swap, so you can do it from there. Hard drive cages, 3.5-inch hard drive cages here, 3 here. You can drop your SSD drives as well, but you will need converter to be able to fit, because there is no option to fit as the cage is too wide. Then here is the power supply bay. The standoffs here are rubberized. It's done to minimize the vibration. Cutoff itself is filtered, so you can take it off and wash when if needed. I suggest to do it as often as possible to extend your power supply lifespan and in general your components. Then we have some wires here. We have the USB 3.0 front panel connector here. Then we have audio, USB 2, and the power reset and LED connectors here. Nothing special, nothing extraordinary. 5.25-inch bays are toolless, so you just drop your device in there and you just lock it and it's going to be secured. Then we have 140mm fan pre-installed, and then we have 7 PCI Express slots here, which can be undone to install your graphics cards and other PCI Express devices. At the top we have nothing special at all, so you cannot install any reservoirs, radiators at the top. It's pretty much useless. The only thing that we have at the top here is the USB 3 port, USB 2 port, and the SD card port as well as headphone and microphone jacks, and the hard drive LED, reset button, and the power button. Pretty simple, nice to have this SD card, so you have a card reader out of the box if you're going to need it. At the back we have 3 rubberized grommets. By the way, the case itself inside has no rubberized grommets whatsoever, so cable management here is going to be not so tidy. But in any case, you don't have any window, so it's not going to be seen anyway. So if you are going to use an external water cooling, you have the grommets to pass through your tubes. Power supply cutout, input output shield cutout here, and then 2 more thumb screws to undo the back panel as well, the other side panel. And as you can see, this side is also padded and it's also made for more silent operation. On the back side we have a quite large CPU cutout, so you can install your third-party cooler if you want without removing the motherboard. Then you have some cutoffs and places where you can do your cable management and put your zip ties. The other side, the business side of your hard drive cages, so you can connect your hard drives here to have your case looking more cleaner on the other side. And the connector for your fan, which I'm going to remove. Only the bottom side is left. Here it is. We have some rubberized fits here, so some standoffs, just to have the air ventilating down here as well, and as I mentioned before, the power supply fan cutout. This is where your filter goes, like so. That's it. Nothing special, but it's a decent case, quite well built, mostly steel and plastic, as you can see. No aluminum is used in this case. It's good for those who are looking for practical and silent solution, and for my server is going to be just fine, I believe. If you want to find out more, just write me in the comment section. I will let you know how it works. Until then, thanks for watching. Subscribe and let me know what you think. Bye bye now.